I've said this before, the WNBA has an A'ja Wilson problem, and I believe that. I think the fact that A'ja Wilson is the best player in the world, and the fact that she is actively trying to, ruin Caitlin Clark.
You're the face of the WNBA, championships, endorsements, and loyal fans. Then a rookie arrives, and suddenly you're tweeting about not getting enough recognition and calling out podcasters. A'ja Wilson has built a remarkable legacy with multiple MVPs and championships, but her recent comments about Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans have sparked controversy, raising questions about the potential impact on her career.
A'ja Wilson, I'm telling you this right now, if A'ja Wilson did not say a word during the season, A'ja Wilson would be one of the most popular basketball players because she's a hell of a...
It all began when Wilson made bold remarks about Clark's popularity. She didn't just imply it, she stated outright that Clark's fame was due to her race. Can you believe that? Wilson didn't stop there though. She also claimed there was nothing she could do to become the most popular player in the league.
Wilson, a two-time league champion and now three-time WNBA MVP, told the Associated Press she thought Clark's race was a huge contributor to her popularity. It doesn't matter what we all do as Black women, we're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it...
You might be thinking this is just typical rivalry talk, but fans and the media are starting to question Wilson's motives. Is it truly about competition, or is there something else behind these comments? Here's where it gets interesting. While Wilson argues it's all about race, other WNBA players like Nafisa Collier and Rikuna Williams are seeing their popularity soar. They're becoming fan favorites, and last time I checked, neither of them is white. So what's really going on here?
Explain to me why this season, I'm not gonna lie, from start to finish of the season, the people that grew the most in popularity were Nafisa Collier and Arike Agambawale. Explain to me that. Maybe it's because they're just hoopers and people don't hate them.
You might be thinking this is just typical rivalry talk, but fans and the media are starting to question Wilson's motives. Is it truly about competition, or is there something else behind these comments? Here's where it gets interesting. While Wilson argues it's all about race, other WNBA players like Nafisa Collier and Rikuna Williams are seeing their popularity soar. They're becoming fan favorites, and last time I checked, neither of them is white. So what's really going on here?
Not even almost in a Skip Bayless way. And Cheryl Swoops, the reality of the situation is people are like, oh, she dislikes Caitlin Clark, she's turning on Caitlin Clark. I stand by the fact that I think that this is almost if someone's a threat to A'ja Wilson, they're a problem.
But wait, there's more. It's not just about MVP awards.
Sabrina Ionescu got on, it's zoomed a bit too much, she got on the NBA 2K24 cover before A'ja Wilson got on the 2K cover. And there was uproar. There was absolute carnage.
Did you catch that? A'ja Wilson didn't miss a beat when Sabrina Ionescu landed the NBA 2K cover. What should have been a WNBA celebration turned into a Wilson-fueled debate. Fans quickly argued that Wilson deserved the spotlight, and when Ionescu got her own signature shoe, the backlash was so intense, you'd think a major achievement had become a crime.
Every single award A'ja Wilson has not won, people have complained about. And this Time Magazine one was not even a basketball award.
Now, you might be thinking, surely this can't affect how the media covers it. Well, think again. It's as if Wilson has the media wrapped around her finger. When Time Magazine didn't include her in a conversation about top athletes, her fans went wild. They accused Time of overlooking Wilson's talent. But here's the thing. Time's Athlete of the Year isn't just about skills. It's influenced by a variety of factors.
Even if it wasn't Caitlin Clark, I think you could make an argument Caitlin Clark did not deserve to win Time Athlete of the Year. But you better believe A'ja Wilson wasn't in the top 50. She was not in the top 50 athletes of the year. I'm sorry. There's no question about that. She was not in the top 50 athletes this year. So I'm just saying it, it's crazy.
Let's talk Olympics for a second. During the games, when Wilson wasn't exactly dominating the court, someone suggested that Stewart was the MVP. You know what happened next? Wilson's fans came out in full force, attacking like it was their job. It's reached a point where it feels less like genuine fan support and more like a cult following.
And it's bullying is allowed if it's on behalf of A'ja Wilson. The amount of stuff, Becky Hammond's even there, joking about how bad Stewie is if it's on behalf of A'ja for winning MVP when they won the title. The amount of times Sabrina Ionescu got attacked by fans, and it was fine when it's on behalf.
But this whole situation is creating a big problem for the WNBA. When one player has this much control over the media narrative, it throws everything off balance. And it doesn't stop there. Wilson's not done talking. In fact, it seems like every time Clark achieves something, Wilson has something to say about it. Trust me, you won't believe what happens next in this WNBA drama.
A'ja Wilson, I'm telling you this right now, if A'ja Wilson did not say a word during the season, A'ja Wilson would be one of the most popular basketball players because she's a hell of a player. She is a hell of a player. And I mean,
let's talk about why Clark's Nike deal is such a big deal for the WNBA. It's not just about one player landing a big sponsorship. This is Nike signaling that women's basketball is worth investing in. It's the kind of recognition that can help the entire league grow. You'd think every WNBA player would be celebrating, right? Well, A'ja Wilson had other ideas.
Next thing, as soon as Caitlin Clark's Nike deal gets announced and that she's getting a signature shoe, A'ja Wilson goes on Twitter and goes on an entire 4 or 5 tweet rant about how she'll never get the recognition that she deserves, and basically that Caitlin Clark is only getting this because of her race again.
That's how much of a stir A'ja Wilson caused. She jumped on Twitter, and things got messy fast. She claimed Clark only got the Nike deal because she's white. Can you believe that? A star player suggesting a rookie got special treatment based solely on race. Wilson didn't say it outright, but her tweets made it clear. She expressed frustration over Clark's popularity and linked it to race, claiming Clark's deal was a result of her race grabbing attention from fans and sponsors. But here's the thing that has everyone scratching their heads.
Well, in the background, A'ja Wilson knows she has a shoe. She already knows, I've got my signature shoe coming, but I'm gonna go and enter the Victim Olympics right here and make people hate Caitlin Clark even more.
A'ja Wilson already has her own signature shoe. That's right. The player complaining about not getting enough recognition is one of the few WNBA stars of the personalized sneaker line. So why is she so upset about Clark's deal? Fan reactions are all over the place. Some are rallying behind Wilson, applauding her for speaking her truth, while others accuse her of tearing down a rising star instead of uplifting the league. The sponsors have stayed silent for now, but they're watching every moment of this drama unfold. The biggest shock? Nike made a bold move to sidestep the controversy. To avoid offending Wilson or other top black players, they pulled the plug on Caitlin Clark's signature shoe line entirely.
He hasn't produced one ad or commercial featuring Clark since she turned pro, and despite a signature shoe being part of Nike's agreement with Clark, it may not be released until 2026, according to sports business reporter Ethan Strauss. He reports Nike wants to prioritize A'ja Wilson, and it fears the optics of giving a rookie a signature shoe before an already established star who just won league MVP for the 3rd time.
So why did Wilson react this way? Is it just jealousy, or is there something deeper at play? Some people think she's afraid of losing her spotlight, while others wonder if she's trying to stir up controversy to stay relevant. Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure. This Twitter tirade isn't doing Wilson any favors. You think the Nike deal drama was wild? Wait until you hear about the logo that sparked 1,000 tweets. A'ja Wilson is about to teach us all a masterclass in how not to handle criticism, but here's the real shocker. It's not just about a logo. This is the moment Wilson's image started to crumble, and you won't believe where it leads her next.
Laugh at a logo, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I can laugh at the dumb Heat culture kit. You've got to be able to just laugh at bullshit. You've got to be. Because if you're not, then there's issues with that. You've got to be able to. Made fun. They laughed about how bad this logo was. I'm sorry, this is a bottle opener. It is a bottle opener. I might mean something, but this is a bottle opener.